After the miracle, they had everything except a kingdom. Now, in a quiet retreat, Yeshua told his apostles why crowds come and go and what actually lasts. At Gennesaret, they finally found rest. A wealthy believer opened his home, and every afternoon Jesus held quiet, informal talks with the 12. But these were not the same men who had excitedly set out on tours weeks earlier. They were serious, sober, and deeply shaken, a group of disillusioned dreamers. The events of the past weeks had moved too fast for them. The feeding of the 5,000, the attempted crowning, the crowds melting away. 5,000 followers had shrunk to 500 in less than a month. It takes time for men to change their deepest beliefs. These fishermen were still wrestling with centuries of Jewish expectations about the Messiah. They couldn't quite let go of the idea that Jesus would still somehow sit on David's throne. Jesus saw all of this, and he knew harder days were coming. On their second night there, he retold the parable of the sower, but with new meaning. He said, "You see now, my children, appealing to people's feelings gives quick results, but it doesn't last. Appealing only to their minds is just as empty. It's only when you reach the spirit inside them, the spirit that lives within every human mind, that you achieve lasting change. That's when true transformation happens. That's when the fruits of the Spirit show up in daily life." He explained it simply. Emotions get people's attention. They wake up the mind, and an awakened mind becomes the doorway to the soul. Inside that soul lives the spiritual nature, the part of a person that can recognize truth and respond to God's call. That's where real change takes root. Jesus was preparing them. The crowds were already shrinking. Soon the religious leaders in Jerusalem would conspire with Herod to destroy them. The popularity was over. The hard part was beginning. The 12 were slowly waking up to what their real job would be. No earthly throne, no Roman defeat. Just the long, difficult work of building a spiritual kingdom in human hearts. They began to brace themselves for the trials ahead. Before they left Gennesaret, Jesus told them one more thing about the feeding of the 5,000. He wanted them to understand. He hadn't performed that miracle just because he felt sorry for the crowd. He had done it only after he was sure, absolutely sure, that it was according to the Father's will. When his following Yeshua felt lonely, like the crowds disappeared, and only the hard part remained. Share below. You're not alone. Thank you again for walking with me today. See you, and God bless.